Hello. Welcome to Cork in the North, episode 26. Thank you so much to everybody. We've got the man who's had a vasectomy.
Oh, I have.
An interesting fact about him, he's had a vasectomy, Aaron.
Yep.
But another interesting fact, he's never had coffee. And do you know what I did? I bought him a coffee. He's going to have coffee for the first time on the podcast.
So I'm going to get a look at it first, right?
You take the lid off it, Aaron.
Yeah, I don't just look at it.
You drink it.
No, I want to look at it first and just see what we got going on here. So it's quite foamy at the top.
Quite foamy, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take a sniff. No, like you do a wine tasting thing?
I hate people who do that, you know, when they
What?
up their arse with wine, like shaking the wine. Oh, you know, it's very...
There's notes.
It's very working class.
Yeah. And they say there's notes of stuff. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I'm getting notes of bitterness.
So this is your first bitterness. Bit like your last relationship.
I tell you what. No, none of my... If I had a relationship to have. This... do you know what I do love about coffee, though, is the smell. Like, when I walk past a coffee shop, I'm like, oh.
You wish you were involved.
Yes.
But you know what? But that's how I look at heroin. I go... What I love about heroin is that heroin must be amazing.
I thought you
but I know I'm just not going to do it because I know I'd be fucked.
Right. I thought you meant like the smell of heroin.
But I only started drinking coffee like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm addicted to it.
See, this is what I'm afraid of. This is going to lead me down a dark path. I have an addictive personality, Andrew.
Yeah, but if you're going to go down a dark path, coffee is a good path of darkness.
Yeah, instead of heroin.
It's a light dark path. At least you're not gambling. You're not doing drugs. Oh, man. You know what I mean? Right. This is the first time having coffee.
Here we go.
Go on, give it a good... You say the Guinness, you got to get past the head. Come on, keep going. That's it, baby. That's it. It's enough.
Tell you what, I actually think I like it.
Hey!
Actually, I think I like it. I hate you for making me like it.
And a big thank you to Scrumptious on the Falls Road who supplied us the coffee today. We paid for them.
Oh,
so you know.
premium beans they use there, I'm
better
sure.
Than West Belfast coffee.
Straight from Ethiopia. Just as good. Do you know I'm going to Uganda next month?
You're not a refugee, are you? Oh, that's Rwanda.
Is it? No, it is
British government
Rwanda.
are sending people to Rwanda, which is quite frankly ridiculous.
Yeah, I've heard about
apparently
that.
Rwanda is supposed to be... I know that's a big issue at the moment, but apparently Rwanda is like really nice place.
It's like the Tenerife of Africa. There's a holiday camp, there's pools.
There's a kids club.
Yeah, kids club. There's entertainment.
Yeah. So you like it?
What I think I like about this one is, and I don't mean to offend wherever this came from, it maybe is a bit weaker of a coffee. I don't think it's a strong one.
I think it's only one shot though.
One shot?
Yeah, one shot.
What does shots mean? Because is that like the espresso?
So if you get a machine, yeah, like you can get like an espresso is just really short, small, really strong. You get different levels of coffee. So like you can get like I don't know what they call it, grade or something, but like I normally buy a 4. It's level of strength, you know.
What does it go up to or up from?
I think it's 5. It's 5, Sean, isn't it?
Sure.
I think it goes up to 5. I could be wrong, but I only buy 4 and I've never seen a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
So I think it goes like, you know, when you get a haircut, you get like a 1 blade, 2 blade, 3 blade, 4 blade.
Just like a haircut.
And a 1 is like really tight, where I think coffee, the strength is like 4 is really strong, and then you got 5, which is proper strong.
You haven't got the 5 yet?
No, I only do 4.
Would you ever
It's
go
a
to
slippery
5?
slope, mate. I've gone from 3 to 4.
Tell me about it.
It's a slippery slope.
Tell me about it.
I can see your new job now. Aaron Butler, barista, West Belfast.
Doing all the thing, comedians in
Cross-community
cars.
coffee.
Do you know, when I worked on Ask Rod Gilbert, do you remember that show?
No.
So it was a panel show with Rod Gilbert, and it filmed over in BBC NI, but it was broadcast all throughout the UK.
Yeah.
And it only lasts for 2 seasons. And what I learned working with Rod Gilbert was, number one, he hated that fucking show with a passion. I mean, like...
What was the show about?
It was a panel show, and it was kind of like answering unanswered questions. You know what I mean?
All right.
So they would ask, like, you know, flipping, do schools, blah, 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 and they would do a whole section about schools. It was anything. It was stuff that was in the news.
Very
and stuff.
generic.
Yeah. It was a panel show.
Just so that it keeps being able to be repeated.
Yeah, exactly. But fuck, he hated doing it. He was miserable the whole time doing it. And I remember watching him from a distance being like, you have the job of, like, comedians' dreams. Like, there's people on open mics and do it, like, that would kill... to be in it, and he's just like,
again.
Again. It's just like, I can't be bothered. And he was just like, he was Tom Jones, and but then I was like a runner on it, and so he would always come to me for like whatever he needed, and so he was like,
get me cocaine, a hotel room, and a place with loads of Wi-Fi.
Obviously, he wasn't that type of person. But he was mad into like coffee shots or espresso shots, I think it was. So I would have to go to the hotel across the street from BBC NI every recording, and in the middle of a recording he would ask for 3 espresso shots, and he would no coffee, just the espresso shots, and he would just take the cup and down and then continue on the recording like it was nothing, and he just was like,
That was to get him through it.
that was literally to get him through. That was his drug of choice to get him all through it. Like, but yeah, it was a crazy show.
Was it a good? Did you? But as a viewer, would it have been a good show to watch if even it wasn't a good show to? You didn't like presenting it.
Oh yeah, like if you were, it was sort of one of those shows. It fell into the panel show. Like anyone could have picked it up and watched it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like it was around the time where everyone was mad for panel shows because like Big Fat Quiz of the Year was just like getting kicked off, and sort of 8 out of 10 cats was huge at that time, and like so
That was the format that was working.
yeah. So,
Celebrity Juice was another one.
yes, well,
Never mind the Buzzcocks.
I think it was maybe just before Celebrity Juice really
Yeah,
picked
the
up.
best panel
Buzzcocks
show-
was great.
Buzzcocks, the best panel show of all time. Shooting Stars.
Oh, I'd say I never watched it.
I think it was late 90s, early 2000s. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of they've had the odd one off. If someone said to me, "Who's the funniest?" You know the way you're a comic, people ask you like, "Who's your funniest comedian in the world?" I always say like, "Oh, I love Bill Burr, Tommy Tiernan, and Dylan Moran." But I think the funniest person in the world is probably Bob Mortimer.
Right. I've heard.
Just, like he doesn't do stand up.
No.
But just as a person.
Yeah.
If you ever watch him on Would I Lie to You? If you're ever watching this podcast, you want a bit of a laugh after this podcast, not during this podcast, but after this podcast, type in Bob Mortimer, Would I Lie to You, and just thank me later.
I'll check it
just he's the funniest person that doesn't do comedy stand-up wise. He does comedy, but he doesn't do it as a stand-up form.
It's interesting when you find individuals like that who aren't in the realm of stand-up but are just funny people.
Yeah.
And like even actors and stuff like that. I'm trying to think of good examples. One is if you ever see people host Saturday Night Live and they're not natural comedians, but then they go on and kill it, you know. Bruno Mars wasn't too bad when he hosted it. Justin Timberlake has always been known as like he is amazing on Saturday Night Live, regardless of whatever else he's good or bad at.
He's good at golf, apparently.
Is there any other sports you like apart from golf?
Yo.
Football. But here's the thing: I have football tops, and I don't give a fuck about football.
Yeah,
I have Gaelic tops. I've
if
never
you're listening
watched
to this,
a
I'm
game.
currently wearing the Republic of Ireland jersey because we
Love
picked
it.
up 4 points in the Nations League, and what a time to be alive! We beat Scotland at home 3-0. We went away to the Ukraine, and Nathan Collins scored an unbelievable goal, and I'm thinking 1-0 at half past time, and I'm thinking Stephen Kenny.
You said half past time
It's
there.
half past time.
That's such an
half
old
time. Yes, it's half past time. It's just half past time. It's just a Cork thing, okay? We have different words.
Sorry, of course.
But we were 1-0 up at half time against Ukraine. I don't want to keep talking about football because people would switch off, but
No, do.
I genuinely believed, I thought, we as a country we don't have the best players in the world, but Stephen Kenny is really getting us to play football and become a really good unit. Now, we drew 1-1, which probably on reflection is frustrating, but it's also progress because we lost at home to Ukraine and we drew away from them. So in a way, we're getting there and we're getting a bit better. But I'm just excited again.
Good. I'm
You know,
glad you're excited
again.
for the football.
You know, I'm
again.
excited again to be wearing my. You know, I see progress, and I just hope that we continue in the way that we do it. But in terms of sports, I'm one of these that I can't take on any new ones.
So you're up
I'm
to
done.
your max.
I'm up to my max in sport.
And what is your? So you've got golf. You got the football.
So golf, I play.
Golf you play.
That's the only sport I play.
Yeah,
Because
the least athletic
right?
sport.
The least.
Sorry, coffee. It's lovely.
It's love.
Yeah.
You know what, Aaron? I just feel our relationship's come to the end of this podcast. All right.
No, I get you.
You
I
come into
understand.
my area.
We've reached our peak.
We've reached our peak. Golf, I play. Soccer, football. I call it soccer. People go, it's no soccer, it's football. Well, it's soccer here because we have different football.
There you go.
I'm not really into Gaelic football.
Me neither. Who
I'm
is?
into hurling.
Okay.
I like the hurling.
Right.
So I'll watch the hurling now because we're in like the back end of the All-Ireland hurling season. Now we're getting to the interesting section where we're getting to the quarters and the semis and all that kind of stuff. The golf, the hurling, the rugby.
You do like the rugby.
Oh my God. But you know what? I was thinking about this morning, right? This is the most Cork thing anyone's ever done, right? So I follow Munster. Now if I had a choice of Munster and Ireland, I would probably tip a little bit towards Ireland.
When you said Monster there, I thought you meant like Monster energy drink. That's what I assumed. I thought you were going to talk about it.
I just think you Northern Irish people need to learn more about the South.
We do need to learn. I'm all
Okay, we're
for it.
completely set.
I'm trying. I've got an Irish passport. I'm looking in. I'm peeking through the curtain, being like, "Is it time for me yet to make?"
I can't buy a house and I have to pay for healthcare. Yeah, fancy this. So I was thinking this, right? So Munster, obviously, Ireland. Big Ireland fan. I've been Six Nations game. Very excited with the World Cup in France. We're playing New Zealand. I've got Chris Henry's coming on the podcast, former Ireland and Ulster rugby player. I'm very excited about him coming up. But also, Ronan O'Gara, who used to play for Munster, he's from Cork, right? And he was playing for Ireland. He's now manager of La Rochelle in France. I now follow La Rochelle because of Ronan O'Gara. And I just think that is one of the most Cork things you can possibly do. So all of a sudden, you go, oh, there's a Cork guy doing really well in France. Well, I am now going to follow him just because... And it got me thinking, like, Roy Keane could join ISIS. And I guarantee you, there's people out there from Cork that would be like, well, I must say, he's got a point. Like, you know what I mean, right? Roy Keane could drive a bus through a school, and there's people in Cork that would be like, well, if anything, he's showing young kids that if you want to get something done, you just got to get it done. You know what I mean?
That's like...
There's ways that doesn't... It's like there's like a Donald Trump Escov sort of, this guy can do whatever he wants, and I'm part of that camp.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Or it's like people in Atlanta with R. Kelly. You know, R. Kelly, the lemons, he can't do no wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And he's in prison, and they're probably writing to him and telling him how much they love him and stuff.
It is weird though how there is certain icons or whatever you want to call them, celebrities, people of interest that they could
no matter what they do.
There's just Donald Trump. Like, think how crazy that guy was.
Yeah.
And people were still, like, people were in the fucking January 6th storming the Capitol of the White House just for this one man, which is just like your devotion for the French Cork Gaelic team or whatever it was you just said.
The French Cork Gaelic team.
The French Cork Gaelic team, which if that existed, would be great.
La Coq.
La Coq. The sounds like.
Le Coq GA. No, but it's like that. Like, there's like this strange sort of fascination. Like, anytime Roy Keane or anyone like pops up, I just think...
Where's Roy Keane from again? Is it
from
Cork?
Mayfield.
And that's
family
in Cork?
are from, yes, north side of Cork, Mayfield, yeah. He's from the north side of Cork, yeah, Mayfield. And he's been down a few times to Cove Ramblers Football Club. My brother would be heavily involved down there. I've done a few gigs for them, comedy gigs over the Christmases and stuff. And he's come down when he's been in Cork to watch the games and stuff.
Does he live in Ireland still, or does
no,
he
lives
live
in
over?
Manchester, but I think I presume, I'll be honest with you, Aaron, I haven't been in contact with him about his residency.
Andrew, you're my link.
But you know what, there's 3 people in the world that I want to meet. There's 3 people.
Hit me, okay.
Right.
Are they all living, hopefully?
They're all alive.
That's good.
There's 3 people in the world that I want to meet.
kinda
And
helps.
it is... And they're kind of all sport related. I really want to meet Roy Keane.
All right.
Right? And I know some people are like, oh, fucking Roy Keane football. But I just want to meet... I just want a half an hour where I sit down with him and be like, Roy, what's going on, man?
Right,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, you know, that kind of way, like...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Club Lemon, Club Fanta, Rock Shandy kind of guy.
Lemon.
Like, you know what I mean?
That sounds like a gay bar. We always bring it back to gay bars when I'm on the podcast, but it's just the way you
You're the
said
most
it.
straightest, gayest man I've ever chatted
I've
with.
heard that before quite a few times.
Roy Keane, I'd love to meet. I really, really, really want to meet Roy Keane. I also another sport one related. I would like to meet Sir Alex Ferguson.
That's a good one.
Fucking one.
I think that's a great one.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong
And
with
the
that
other
at all.
person-
Both Man United themed so far.
Yeah, and the other one I want to meet is Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
It's not sport related.
Oh, I thought it was going to be sport related.
There's
Yeah,
2 sport related. I'd
Two
love to
sport-
meet Stevie
and
Nicks from Fleetwood Mac.
Stevie
I think she's like 68 or 70. I just
Yeah.
want to go on the piss with her.
Okay.
Like, you know, the kind of way, because she, like, if you ever hear about her lifestyle, like that band Fleetwood Mac, obviously a bit before my time, but I took a bit of it. I like a lot of their tunes. Obviously, I've been to see them live twice, and she used to just tell me like that she just couldn't take any more cocaine because she used to do cocaine up her arse and shit. Like, I don't know what was going on.
Did she?
Yeah, there was all these type of stories. Now, I don't know if they're true or not, like, but I was just like, do you know what? I'd love to just hang out with her. So, but there's probably loads of other people that I'd like to meet. But I'm just trying to, off the top of my head, I'd love to hang out with Brandon Phillips from the Killers.
Brandon Flowers.
Brandon Flowers. Brandon Phillips. It sounds like a razor blade.
I was like, but even when you said Brandon Phillips, I was like, he's going to say the
Sorry,
Killers.
Brandon. But he's a Mormon, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. Have you seen the Book of Mormon, the musical?
I have, yeah. I auditioned for it. Did I tell you this?
Did you audition for it?
We never talked about this, no?
No.
So, back in 2012...
I think you did, actually. You went to London for it.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was on Broadway in 2011. I sort of got heads up that it was on Broadway. And then I was like, that's going to come to West End. So I was like, let's make a video for it in advance. So I made like a Book of Mormon video, put it online, got like 100,000 views or something on YouTube. The original creators of the show like tweeted it and stuff. It was really cool. And then from there, got a casting for to go to West End to audition for it and did that. And that went well.
Yeah, he's still here. But you have seen it, though. Mm-hmm. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's like one of the best modern day musicals. Like, it's
so offensive.
Oh
Brilliant.
yeah. And I'm going to Uganda like next month, so I'm gonna go watch it again just to like refresh
Get
of all the.
walking around Uganda. I want to hook a baby.
Yeah. Fuck, who fucks frogs here? Is it you, or is that the way it works?
It's the writers of South Park, isn't it? That
Yeah, and it's also the musical, like the guy who composed it or whatever, or did all the music, sheet music, was he wrote Frozen, the kids musical. You know, the
you wrote
movie.
Frozen, is it?
Frozen.
At least he's showing that he can diversify in terms of being offensive and appeal to children.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah,
Do you know? I was just thinking when you were just talking about the famous people. I saw Kevin Hart yesterday in Belfast
Oh, who hasn't? I've seen him
in the shopping centre.
many weeks. Whereabouts was he?
He was in the car park in the shopping centre. He was wearing a white tracksuit, and we're driving around the corner, and there was a team of them, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, there
And
always is.
I was just driving around, and goes, "Oh, there's Kevin Hart."
Aye.
I just parked, and that was it. I just left. I was like, "Oh, there's Kevin Hart."
Yeah, it's when
It's like I just see him now. Like a couple of weeks, Kevin Hart's going to be applying to the DVLA now for some fucking residency money or something like that. Like he's going to be like going, "Am I not getting a house here? Like I'm a foreigner." Do you know what I mean? He's been here
taking our jobs, coming into our country.
He's, a couple of months later, he's going to be hanging around Belfast, like just not going into like. What's that pub you have to buzz to go into?
Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but I know what you mean.
I have to buzz to go into it's the Irish pub that you have to buzz to go into. It's not the Sunflower. Madden's. I just see Kevin Hart buzzing into the band. Yeah, it's me, Kevin. Pint of Guinness and a whiskey chaser.
You'll be glad to know that this is his like final week here, so he'll be gone after this week because we're all sick of him now at this point. Like, because when he first came here, all the comedians in the country were like, "Oh my."
It's just another comic, though, isn't it?
It is, but like it's Kevin Hart, so you're like, oh my fucking god, like, he's gone. And like we went and seen the first gig that he did at Lavery's, and we're all like, oh, our heads are exploding. No, go see them the next night.
Kevin Hart is on a circuit in the north.
But that's the thing. Then he goes and does the Limelight. The next night we all go again. All the lads were like, oh my fucking god. And then like the next week we're like, nah, we're done. Like even though he's Kevin Hart,
after the third week, has he got any new material?
that's the thing. That's why I made that joke. Like when he did the 2 nights in a row, he didn't even do any new stuff at night. And then I was like, he went over time. He did more than an hour a night, so he did. I was like,
did he turn up on time? And has he paid? Is he VAT registered?
Oh yeah.
Pretty invoiced.
Fucking hell, it's wild. Like, but yeah, now we're all just at the point where, like, because I was at the gig at the Limelight the last week there, and he literally just walks onto the stage beside you, and you're like,
doesn't talk to anyone, does he?
Has no interest in talking to anybody.
Does he mention Belfast at all?
Oh, yeah, he does. He does, like, his first minute, he'll sort of hint towards it and be like, oh, why am I here? You guys are probably wondering why I'm here, and blah, blah, blah. And he does a little bit on that.
Does he actually talk to the front row?
No. He does. I've yet to see him.
Do crowd work.
Yeah.
Would he do it on a Tuesday at the Empire, though, Aaron? That's the question.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There's some guy in there from Dunmurray going, "This is shit."
But to be fair, I've noticed is, because I've been to like 5 or 6 of the gigs, is...
How'd you get tickets?
It's
selling out pretty well. People have been coming. How'd you get tickets?
Look, as you know, I'm a well-established member of the Northern Ireland comedy community, up and coming.
I know.
So, yeah, well, also, to be fair, some of those nights I was doing I was actually working at it because they have like a video screen and stuff that connects to a camera and things like that.
Yeah, because you do all that work as well.
So I was just helping out with that way. That's the way to get me out of it. But yeah, what I was saying was what was I talking about? There's something about him
being here. He walks on stage. He's been here too long.
Yeah, I hate him.
Forgetting his material. Forgets where he is in stories.
Yeah, but no, it's just like it's class to see and stuff. But
brilliant, man! I think it's such a boost as well to give the NI comedy scene.
Oh, he doesn't talk to anyone. Yeah,
he just turns up, does his show,
and then just leaves again. Which I mean, you have to remember, he's operating on a different level, and he's got people trying to drag him apart from every angle. Like anyone that can get a slice of Kevin Hart. What you know what I mean is wanting to. That's what I was going to say. The audiences that he has are not very heckly, and I think one of the reasons for that is that everyone has to put their phones in a secured bag whenever they go because he can't have.
So did he do that at Lavery's as well and stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, when they first started it, they weren't doing the bag so much, but they had like extra security.
I agree with that though.
Tell you what, like.
Put your fucking phones away. And then people go, what if there's a problem with the babysitter? Well, what if there was a problem with the babysitter in 1999 before you had a fucking phone?
True.
What'd you do then?
True. At the start they weren't doing the bag thing. Instead, they were just getting extra security. And if you were to sing, like even doing that, they were fucking right
Even
on
if you
you.
thought about a hashtag.
Yeah.
There's a guy there, he looks like he's thinking about hashtags. Get him out!
But yeah, so now they've started doing the whole sticky envelope thing that doesn't open unless you like go outside and fucking rip it open, essentially. And then he's doing the SSE on Sunday in Belfast, and they have the whole bag system in place there too, which
crazy.
has never happened for any other comedian here. Like, it's a total American thing to bring over, but because of that, the audiences are just so much more attentive because there's nothing else for them to do.
Nothing worse than someone on the phone when you're on, man.
I know, and it happens.
And also,
so
as well,
much
as
now.
some audience members, masking tape should be put over their mouth from talking.
Oh man, I was
People say to you, it's just comic. What's it like when you get heckled? Heckling's not the fucking issue.
Yep.
It's not the issue. It's the
murmurs.
fucking talking.
Yeah, but I had that Lavery's last night. I was 2 minutes into my set, and like that sort of first 2 minutes is like crucial.
You need
to
to
setting.
establish.
Yeah,
yourself,
and it was like an uphill battle because there was just murmurs, and it was to the point where I could hear it, and I'm sure the audience could hear it a little bit too, but it wasn't enough where I could make a point of it or make a joke out of it, and it was just like I just had to battle through it. So I would just rather someone shout something at me at that point.
Yeah, it's crazy. Who would you like to meet famous-wise? Who are your 3 people that you would like to meet? Alive. I know what he's going to go. I just want to meet Nelson Mandela.
Yeah. Oh no, I would never want to. Even if Nelson Mandela was alive, is he alive? I don't even know.
No, he's not.
But I wouldn't want to meet him if he was alive. What am I going to talk to Nelson Mandela about? You know what I mean? Fucking.
You know when you go Subway, do you like your foot long or half long?
Yeah. Are you Catholic or Protestant? Are you? What is it you fight for, Nelson?
Do you have no TV or Netflix? So?
Do you call it soccer or football? Like, I don't know what. But I would love to meet Eddie Murphy. That's a big one.
Right.
Mostly comedians. Jim Carrey be one. I just think he'd be an interesting person. Maybe signed. Conan O'Brien. I'd love to meet Conan O'Brien.
I'd say he's accessible. He's most
Conan
accessible.
O'Brien. You think I
would say Conan O'Brien is the most accessible
compared to
out of
the
this
other
three.
two? Yeah, definitely.
I think he's the most.
Isn't he?
I'd say he comes to Ireland quite a bit, doesn't he?
He used to, probably not as much after the COVID times, but he came here a few times.
Do you think with a surname O'Brien he might have any link to Ireland? I don't think he does. That's the fucking point, Sean.
Sean's very defensive of Conan.
Very defensive.
He is.
Yeah, that's the whole point, Sean.
Andrew, don't
Producer
be
Sean
saying
is sitting over there, and I'll go, O'Brien, isn't it? You're so West Belfast. The minute I say O'Brien, you're like straight up.
Oh yeah,
He's straight up.
That's a McDonald for
That's
you.
a
for
McDonald.
fuck's
That's a
sake.
Paddy
They're
McDonald.
always ready to
Belfast,
pounce who they are.
Do you think O'Brien is? Oh, you fucking is already.
He's my cousin. He's fucking.
Sorry, Sean.
Sean's over there raging. Sean's going, I will never produce
Sean's
this podcast
got a better
again.
life than me.
Oh yeah,
And he's like 15 years younger than me.
oh yeah. But that's. Do you know that?
No one has ever seen. Oh, people have seen Producer Sean because we did an episode together. Because you're a child of the Good Friday Agreement.
Oh yeah. A child of the good. I love that phrase. You're a child of the Good Friday Agreement.
I'm a child of the Catholic Church. I know which one I'd rather be a fucking child of.
But yeah, Conan O'Brien. I love Conan O'Brien. Like, out of all those late night TV presenter people, I think he's the best out of them all. Even though he doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, why did he stop?
Because he had done it for 30 plus years. And
I kind of think now if someone stops a late night show, they've been Me Too'd or something.
no, he hadn't. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's always the go-to, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like normal now.
Yeah, Vince McMahon's being Me Too. Do you a wrestling person?
Is he?
At the minute, yeah.
What's he done?
He has got. There's an investigation into him paying $3 million to
A woman he never met, just like Prince Andrew.
a woman that worked on his staff 3 years ago for sexual misconduct or whatever. And there's apparently a history of him just doing this like every few years.
This is on behalf of Cork and our podcast. I just want to say to men out there in high power positions: stop sticking things in places that you shouldn't be sticking.
But they can't help it, Andrew. You know what I mean?
Power, mate. I think
It's easy for us to say we're
Look,
nobodies.
we're fucking nobody, mate. That
not.
cost me fucking £8. We're nobodies.
Alicia, that's from Etsy. Alicia Keys.
That is from Etsy.
Is it actually?
Etsy's a very good platform, by the way.
It is. I actually would like to say Etsy's very. I enjoy.
I love how
Etsy.
you've been constantly drinking this coffee for your first ever cup of coffee and not made any more comment. You're drinking it now like a seasoned,
Like I've always
professional
drank
coffee
it.
drinker.
Like it's almost like it's calling out to me. I'm actually tempted to just guzzle it down in one because just to see what happens. But I'm
if you
afraid.
drink 3 or 4 of them a day, you'd be high as a kite. Like
I think if I drink this one, I'm gonna be pretty buzzed after it. But that's good. Like I like I said before I did this podcast, I was only about 4 minutes awake. So this is good for. I was actually afraid I was gonna just be the most boring guest in the world. When you said like 9:30, I was like, ugh. But I was like, look, you gotta fucking.
no, yeah, I've got a busy time ahead. I'm
You're big
Big shows coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm off.
Oh.
Well, this episode will have come out when I'm back from my holiday.
So it's coming out after New York?
I'm going to New York.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, I'm walking. Yeah, like
hey,
that.
I'm walking here.
Pizza, huh?
Where's your mom?
It's quite Italian. Where's your mum? Do
you ever see in Goodfellas on one of those films? This is my Uncle Paulie.
Yeah,
this
Paulie,
is Petey.
yeah.
This is Petey. This is Uncle Paulie. Do you like my Godfather picture?
Love it.
Godfather it's part 2. No, this is just an overall. This is Don Vito Corleone. It's
I've
Marlon
never
Brando.
seen any of the Godfathers.
You fuck off.
I've never
I've never had a coffee, and I've never seen any of the Godfathers.
I haven't lived, Andrew.
And you've had a vasectomy. Your life is done the wrong way around.
Oh, it's on the right way around.
You've never seen any of the Godfathers.
Never seen that. Never seen Scarface.
Oh.
Never seen Raging Bull. Now you name a famous movie franchise.
Casino.
I've never seen Casino. I had to watch Goodfellas.
Carlito's Way.
Nope. What way?
Taxi Driver.
Where to? Never seen it. I seen Goodfellas because it was part of my GCSE assessment.
So you watched it when you were like 14, 15?
Twice, yeah.
Yeah, it's an 18s, mate. How would you watch that? How could Goodfellas be on the GCSE assessment?
Christian Brothers Secondary School don't give a fuck about
Christian Brothers Secondary School.
They're all about the art, baby.
You're a Christian Brothers kid.
Yeah, me and Paddy went to the same school.
I went to the Christian Brothers.
In Cork.
I went to the Christian Brothers College in Cork on Sydney Hill, 6 years secondary school.
Oh, wow.
And there was no Christian Brothers at the time. Just normal teachers.
Oh, yeah, well, we didn't have any Christian...
There was a couple of priests knocking around.
Why were the priests knocking? This is what I was always thinking.
Why do you think, Aaron?
They weren't fucking me, and I was a pretty sexy kid, so I don't know what they were
just
doing.
Walking around, I want to be in a musical. I don't drink coffee.
The priests were trying to get away from me. I was like trying to tease them a wee bit. I was like,
you know what? My secondary school days are filled with absolute positive memories and utter regret.
Oh, really? Why regret?
Mate. I'll tell you this, right? I remember...
were you in all boys school, by the way?
Boys.
Yeah, same here.
Do you know in our school they used to ask us to walk on the left-hand side of the corridor? So we used to
So did ours.
We used to wear a blazer.
So
like
did
a
ours.
Suit. Every morning you used to wear a fucking suit.
Yep, by the word. Yep, the blazer. It was paying the hole.
Oh, it was paying the hole. And then
Did people ever chalk your blazer?
chalk your blazer, yeah.
They used to draw a dick on their hand
Yeah.
and then go, "How are you, mate?" And then you'd walk around with
Yeah,
dick
yeah,
all day.
yeah.
I miss those days.
Oh,
Let's bring that back.
yeah.
I'm going to start doing it to people in comedy
You
clubs.
miss people putting dicks in you. That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
What if you're into me?
Where's the priest? Am I right?
He's waiting in the bushes.
Oh, fuck. Two ideas.
But I think I look back on my school days. I had a really funny time there. I did no work, and I mean no work. I mean, it got to the point. I remember once I walked in. The teacher was like, I think it was in 5th year at the time. Could have been like maths. I had a maths teacher called Donald O'Mahony, and he was a lovely fella. And I really liked him. I think he's the assistant manager of the Cork hurling team at the moment. He was
your maths teacher?
He was my maths teacher. He was such a good teacher and a nice guy, and he really took an interest in me, and I liked him. And I said to him, I was doing ordinary level maths, right? Pass maths, right? And I couldn't pass any maths.
Oh, right.
Like I was heading for a fail in my Leaving Cert, right? So in Leaving Cert you do 7 subjects. GCSE you do 3, or A level you do 3 or 4, whatever.
That's right.
That's why the Irish Leaving Cert is regarded as one of the best educations in the world.
Oh, okay.
But
Clearly not if you can't get past maths.
I didn't get right. So I did pass.
They need to
maths in
maybe
the Leaving
reassess
Cert.
it.
And I remember Donald said something to me. He said, "Look, Andrew, let's work together to get you a D3, or is it a D2? I can't remember back in those days, year 2000. I think it was a D2 or a D3. Basically, we need to get you 40%.
Yeah.
Of pass.
The bare minimum.
The bare fucking minimum. And I got it.
Great.
But I failed Irish. I failed Gaelic. I got an E in Gaelic.
Oh, Kajan Fwinyo, that's a shame.
I only did 6 subjects in my leaving out of the 7. I did 1 honour, which was honours geography, and I got a C2.
What did you get a high mark in?
Geography C2.
That was your highest mark?
I got a B in past history. 2
Past history? Why instead of future history?
Like ordinary level.
What the fuck?
Like ordinary level. So like you've higher level. I think it was higher. I'm getting confused. So long ago. So higher level history was, say, there's 2 levels of history. There's not. There's 1 history, but there's 2 levels within the assessment.
Guys, there's going to be a President Obama. Listen to this one. Trust me here.
Past history was, look, Hitler had some good ideas. No, but I I can't remember. It was so far back. But anyway, let me just put it this way.
Right.
I went to a guidance counsellor after I got my results, and I was thinking, I think I might have to repeat my leaving cert because I didn't even qualify for the army.
Jeez,
I don't think I even qualified for nautical science in CIT in Cork was like 200 points or something. I didn't even get that.
The subjects are very weird down south.
They're not.
Nautical
English.
science?
No, that's for college.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that's for
Like,
college.
who the fuck does nautical science? And what is nautical
It's
science?
like ships and navy,
Oh,
being in the navy
right, okay.
and stuff. Like, basically, went, Andrew, I did so bad, even the sea wouldn't take me. Like, even the Atlantic Ocean were like, we're not having you.
There's just something beautiful in that.
I did so bad in my leaving cert, right, that the Irish Navy were like, we don't even want this guy. He's so stupid, he'd just die anyway if he went to sea. Like,
You can't have him near water.
Can't even have him near water.
Don't let him have a bath. Don't even let him. He's a shower kid only, and that's what we're.
There's some Somalian pirates. Send Andrew over. He's not coming back. I said to my guidance counselor, because there's a place in Cork that people would always repeat. It's called the College of Commerce.
Right.
And I would say, I think I'd have to repeat my leaving cert. I remember one teacher said to me, nah, man, just go. Like, release yourself. You're too far gone. Just release yourself into what.
Yeah.
So I went and I got a job working in a hotel, like in the bar in a hotel and stuff.
What hotel? Was it a franchise one? Or?
Maryborough House Hotel in Cork. And you know what? Some of the toughest work I've ever done. And I bloody loved working there.
Yeah.
I
What age
loved
were you
work.
at that time?
18, 19.
But you've so much energy at that age,
Oh.
and it's like everything is beautiful at that
You were
age.
doing like 1 o'clock, starting at lunchtime, and your shift would be like 1 to finish. So you could be doing 1 to 1.
Oh yeah, that's nasty.
You'd have 3 to F, which is 3 to finish, and you don't know when it's going. If there was a wedding on,
Oh.
like the odd time you'd have a wedding on a Monday. You're like, who the fuck's getting married on Monday? Oh, people with no money and
Cheap.
and they would turn up and get married, and they'd be people would have to take 2 days off work or whatever because they'd be drinking and hungover, so take a Monday and Tuesday off, and they were like the best weddings.
Yeah.
Because they were on a Monday. People are like, we're at a wedding on a Monday. This is fucking man. You go to a wedding on a Saturday. People are like, going to fucking weddings is hard work.
I had to go to one recently. I had to go alone as well, but I don't drink, so it's different for me.
I went to my cousin's wedding alone recently. It was brilliant.
Yeah, like I didn't mind going alone. It was just like, yeah.
But you get to meet people. Everyone's in the same boat.
Oh, I ended up at the gay table.
Oh, did you?
The girl. Yeah, I say that like there's
It's just
always
you on your own
I
at
say,
the table.
me just spinning the hankies, being like, it's raining, man. They're like, it's like
I've never had a coffee.
yeah. But yeah, they my friend. I say that like there's a gay table at every wedding. There's not, but for some reason at this wedding there was just a table of this girl's gay friends, and she put me with, and it was I fucking had the best time. By the way, now have they continued to message me on Facebook every day asking if I'm gay? Yeah, they have, and I haven't replied. But it was good. It was good fun.
Yeah, where was the wedding?
Ballygolly Hotel,
Where's Ballygolly?
which is in Larne, funny enough.
Oh, jeez.
Now, Larne's not the best place, but this hotel is quite nice, so it is, and the food's nice, and it's like out of the way of Larne. It's in Larne, but it's not in Larne.
Do you ever go to? Do you ever do this? Do you ever go to a hotel and you walk in and you see a wedding brochure near reception? Like, if you want to have your big day here, and you look at the wedding brochure and you look at the hotel and you go, "This is my second marriage hotel." Like, I wouldn't get married in this hotel for my first marriage. This is where I get married when I'm on my second.
What age are you
or third
planning
marriage.
to get your second marriage? Because
No.
you still haven't got your first.
No,
And
but
you're
I'm not talking
gonna-
like, I'm just talking like in general. You walk in, you go, this is
Right.
where you get married if it's your second or third time round.
Yeah, this isn't your first. Yeah, this is like, all right, this is where I'm settling for a wee bit. Because you don't, once you have the first wedding, this sort of dream and fantasy of it all crumbles. And so you're like, I get you on that one.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the
Yeah.
kind of level we're at here.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I'm not even going to have one
Do you ever
wedding.
go to a wedding and you go, why are they doing this?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And you just go, this is so fucked up.
Oh, yeah, I was at one.
is so
I was at
wrong.
one before
This
Fred.
is so wrong.
Yeah. I was at one before, and it was like, you could just, even the speeches at the table, you were like, oh, this is, you could judge by that it wasn't ever, and 2 years later, divorced. You're like, of course.
Do you ever feel like ringing up and going, hey, mate, I spent 400 quid at your wedding. is there any chance?
Can I claim that back?
Can I get at least 30% back?
Yeah.
because I invested in your future there, and there is no future.
That didn't work.
So therefore, I feel there needs to be repercussions, and I need to be paid back because I've other weddings to attend with people who I believe will go the full hog.
Yeah. And I'd rather commit. Yeah, it's like the stock market. You're like, I know that company's going to do well, so I'm going to put a bit more into that.
Are you when you start talking about stock market there, Aaron, do you do crypto?
Oh, I dabbled. So what happened was Colin's producer of his podcast, Niall, we were doing the first gigs back after COVID last year, and Niall's going on to us about this XRP coin or whatever, and fucking he's making it sound like we're all backstage.
I've XRP.
Oh yeah, okay, so this is funny then. So he
I've lost my house.
So, yeah, fuck. So he was we're all backstage, and you know it's like comedians backstage, you talk a bunch of shit and stuff, and Niall's just in there, and he starts talking about it, and I'm like, fucking loser and his fucking XRP. I was like, sounds awful, blah. And the more he started talking about it, I was like, tell me, where do you get it? No, I was like starting to like really question, and then like next thing I know,
I'm trying to source drugs.
I'm on the app. I'm on crypto.com app, fucking buying £100 worth of it, and I'm like, I'm in.
It's gonna fall. I need 700 shares. Buy, sell.
At that point, I lost my house, but he fucking. So yeah, and I have a little bit of XRP, a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Dogecoin. And fucking, again, comedian Connor Keys, give him a shout out, came into a WhatsApp group we were in.
Just like busted open the door.
Like literally 2 months, probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. He's like, boys, you need to buy Luna coin. He's like, this is
the future.
He goes, you'll thank me. He's like, you're missing out. But all this, like, literally is palming it on as thick as you can. And I was like, Keezy, are you sure? Yeah. 4 weeks later, the coin is worth 0.0000001 pence. I swear to God, not
time to
even
invest.
Yeah. I was like, "Fuck you, Keezy." So yeah, basically, it's all, and I have one NFT,
which is a picture of yourself.
It's a picture. I wish it's a picture of Spider-Man.
Oh, well, I'm not into NFTs. I basically like this, right? I heard somebody say something. Says, when people like me start buying crypto, you know it's gone to shit.
Yeah, that's probably about same here.
Yeah,
because we're not the early.
Like I was just like, you know what? I have a mate of mine who goes on about it because you know what? He was trying to explain to me. He was like, right, crypto is where Amazon was when Amazon was just selling books.
That's what they always say about everything.
And I just went, well. And he was like, think of where we are today and where we're going to be in 2045. So think of all the technology that we didn't have in the year 2000. Now look at all the technology we have. What we're doing is we're investing in where we are now to where we're going to be in 2050 and 2045. And I went, oh, that's a really... I see what he's actually doing there. So I went on and he said to me, XRP, it's a good platform, keychain where you're transferring money internationally from banks and it's independent and and then failed to mention a fucking court case that was coming up.
That's
XRP.
Right. That's same here.
So I went on and I was like, look, all right, a couple of £100.
Yep.
Look, I've never done anything like this before. I don't gamble, right? This obviously probably is gambling, but my point was like, I'll only put in what I can afford to lose by laughing about it.
Yes.
So I would go to the pub, oh lads, I lost £500 in crypto. I mean, I know I'm a twat, but you know what? I've never gambled. So if I've got this point in my life and I've lost £500 from gambling, I think I'm still doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So then I would put in like a few £100. And then one day I'm like, oh, it's dropped down to 25 cents. I bought my other ones at 37 cents. I'll buy a few at 25 just to... Next thing you put an extra 50, some extra 25 going in.
Oh, really? So you were doing
put a few quid in. No, I'm not like stupid. No, if I lose it, nothing happens. I'm not going to... I lose it, I go, what a twat.
Yeah.
But if somebody said to me, yeah, but if it goes to where it goes by 2030, you buy the coin at 30 cents. It's going to be 20 quid a coin.
That's right.
And I'm sitting there like this going,
yeah.
I'm moving to New York.
Yeah.
I'm going to be walking around like Kendall Roy in Succession, just like going, yeah. You buy me a house in Barbados. I need to invest 700 Chinese market. I want to devalue the whole of Australia.
You'd be like,
get me some donkeys to ride in the park. I want to buy a whale.
Very Tom Smith. You'd be the next Tom Smith, I think.
Yeah, I already am.
You already are. I'll bet peel. Yeah.
But I just went, you know what? Why not? Because I remember people who said to me, I know a guy that made a lot of money off Bitcoin he invested in like 2005 or 2006 when it came out. And he was like, he was always like looking at things. These people are always very good at finding out what's coming next.
Yeah. How do you become that? Like?
But I think Zuckerberg and all these guys who do metaverse.
Yeah.
And because of the pandemic, a lot of people are like doing 3-4 days they're at home maybe 1 or 2 days a bit more now, and I think we're going to be going into a more of a virtual office setting. And I think like we're 2022, we're going to have new stuff by 2032.
Yeah.
So what are we going to have? Like nowadays, you get Revolut.
Yes.
Right. Do you remember before you want to transfer sterling into euros?
Yep.
Ball ache.
Yeah.
Go back 10 years, ball ache. Right. Now you get a Revolut account. Bang, €100, 100 sterling into euros. Boom. You use the same card. You can do US dollars, sterling, and euro. And you're like, how far we've come with this? Whereas before, you want to get €100. The bank charge you in exchange rate. Yeah. There's a commission fee. There's a transfer fee. There's a fucking fee to feed the bank manager's kids. There's a fee for this. So you send 100 sterling, and you say they're going to get €100. They're actually only going to get 94. So someone's taking £6 of the pie there.
Yeah.
Revolut, they charge you 10p, whatever, right? That's how far we've come in that. Where are we going to be now in 10 more years?
Yeah.
So, but then but the way this crypto is involved is to get rid of banks.
Yes.
It's about getting people on the street to take control, not banks to take control. And then people in banks are like, oh yeah, when the plumbers and the electricians start talking about stock market, we know there's a recession coming. And then there's flip side of that is you go, well, maybe they're trying to take your power away, so therefore you're going to slam them anyway. Yeah. I know fucking nothing about crypto.
Me too.
My mate just went, this is what I do, this is how you do it, chance it. And I went, it's like putting a horse on the Grand National.
Yeah, exactly that.
Pick 35 horses.
That's the stock market too, isn't it? It's just all betting essentially, but for more refined fucking
classes. But it's just something's coming. Something else has to come. We're going to be living in a world of newer technology in 2035. So what's coming? What do you think is coming? We've got like fingerprint recognition on your phone. I'm like, that's mental. Then it's kind of like I think there's so much. I think there's going to be phones now and laptops and iPads. I think TVs will be redundant in 25 years.
Really?
Apart from cinema experience at home.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't know about TV. Go ahead, Sean.
I studied future history, so
Sean studied future history.
I studied past history, past ordinary level, higher. Yeah. Look at all these Belfast boys with a better education than me.
North.
What do you think's going to happen in the future in terms of TV? Because like I watch TV so less and less. Even like I've honest to God, I've been at home. I've had my TV in front of me and I've logged in and watched BBC One live on my laptop rather than watching it on.
Well, see, when I lived at home, I would always watch stuff on my laptop, but then when I moved house, I got like a proper big TV. Got like got one in the bedroom as well, and one in the living room.
I know, I've seen it on TikTok. The Butler pad.
That's the Butler pad. Yeah. It's a great little place.
The house where no baby can be made. I've had a vasectomy.
Let me tell you, we've tried. We've really tried.
We're trying for it. I just don't know what's happening.
We may keep going. We'll keep giving it a go. But yeah. So But now that I have like my own living room set up, I find I watch TV more now on the actual TV, but I don't know what I always thought Google Glass would take off more than it did. Do you remember Google Glass?
Yeah. It's up in the corner of your. Yeah.
And if you're like using it for directions and you're walking somewhere, it tells you like where to walk and stuff, and it like brings up notifications for. I always thought that would take off more, and it never did.
But the thing is, they've come up with 10 things and one will fly.
Yeah,
that's the way it works. So Google Glass, right? That didn't fly. Now we've got Metaverse. All kind of, will that not fly? Then we have Telsa. What's the guy? Tesla. We've got Telsa. So I think going forward. This is complete layman's terms now. I'm no fucking expert. I think the way the world is going in terms of green energy and sustainability, that's your investment.
Well, electric
cars.
Yeah, lithium batteries.
I will buy an electric car when the battery is much better.
They are getting better.
Because I do a lot of miles and I can't take the risk.
No, yeah, they are.
I will drive an electric car if you can give me 1,000 miles a day guarantee.
Yeah, because it goes down if you're sitting in like busy traffic and stuff.
Yeah. But I think where we are now with electric cars in 10 years' time.
Oh yeah.
The electric cars will just be. The batteries will be better. The tech will be better, and you'll be like, why would you not have an electric car? You can literally drive for 3 days without stopping at work. We have to find ways. So we're at the tip. We're at the start of something. Like we're at where we were at the start of the internet. We're now at the start of green energy, and in 20 years' time, everything will just be normal. You can see small things now. You buy food in it. You go into a Pret and you take away. It's cardboard box with a cardboard spoon or a cardboard fork.
Yeah,
we're just starting that next phase of green energy.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
I think is great.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Like you fly EasyJet. They can offset your carbon emissions by planting trees. That's what they do now. So you don't feel as guilty. But I've no kids, so I don't feel guilty about flying.
Me neither.
So I've no kids. I live on my own. Like I tell you how lonely I am in my own house. Right?
Go ahead.
I did a meter reading on my electric, and I rang up, and this woman came on from Power NI or whatever, and she was like, "Can I get your meter reading?" And I was like, "Whatever, 21794." And she calculated, and she just went, she typed it away. She went, "Is this house not occupied?" And I went, no, I live in it. It goes, very low. And I goes, yeah, I live on my own. But she thought my meter reading was so low that she thought no one lived in the house.
They'll probably go out and investigate you because they fucking...
Would they do that?
No, they probably won't do it. But they can.
All my light bulbs are energy saving. They're all that kind of stuff. You know? So I was like, she was like, do you live on your own? Because it's the house, sorry, not do you live on your own. I said, no, I live in the property. But I'm only there 4 days a week.
Because you're out loads too, aren't you?
Loads. And also my gas and my heating. What a fucking podcast. My gas.
Oh, guys.
If you want money saving expert tips, welcome to Cork in the north, ladies and gentlemen. But my gas and my heating, I get Firmus Energy. Your bill's gone up 9,000%.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like going, well, I'm not going to be turning the heating until September anyway. And secondly, I look at my diary in September and go, oh,
I'm away.
I'm fine. I'm away. I'm using the electricity and the gas of the hotels I'm staying in.
Oh yeah, which is ideal.
You know, like it doesn't bother me. Like it does bother me because it's gone up, and it's tough for families as well who have 3 or 4 kids and every fucking house and room is on.
That's tough, and the small business thing really annoys me because they're gonna have to up their prices, and then people are gonna complain about that, and then it's like everyone is just in a fucking catch-22, and it's
all a vicious circle.
It's a vicious circle.
What I think should happen is that like. The comedian Tommy Tiernan had a great routine once, and he said, every country owes money to the World Bank. And it was like, well, what's the World Bank going to do?
Yeah.
Like, he goes, why don't we find out who runs the World Bank and just shoot the prick? Like, where's the World Bank getting its money from? Like, I don't know this. I don't know the financial. I'm not into finance. I've watched Wolf of Wall Street. That's all I know, right? But my point is like going like, well, just keep fucking printing money. Like, who gives a shit? Like, what's going to happen?
But isn't that the whole... If you did your past history course, you would have figured out that that's what happened to Germany. That's why the Rentenmark or whatever it was called went to fucking bollocks, like when Hitler was running, because he was just like, print more money, and they were like, it just became worthless then because there was so much of it. That's the whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's about holding. Yeah, it's all about fucking inflation and GDP and price rises. Oh, inflation's gone up 2%. Your bag of crisps are going to go up an extra 4 pence, and people are going, I can't cope. Anyway, get me 6 pints.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I mean? That's it. 100%.
So like, it's I don't know the solution. I don't know. The thing is, I'm one of these people. Like, I don't know the answers.
Well, of course, you're a comedian. Why would you?
I don't know the fucking answers.
Would you?
I don't know how to solve it.
We don't know.
I paid fucking $1.95 for petrol the other day. $1.95 for diesel the other day.
To fill your car.
You mean
one night? I thought you meant like 195.
My car was 60 quid to fill, right?
Mine's 100.
It was 60 quid. That's what it was, right? It's now 90 quid.
Yeah, mine was.
So do you know what I do? I go and I put 60 quid in it.
And you don't.
And whatever's. So that's whatever, 2/3 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I go, that has to last me that week then.
Yeah.
So I have cut back on driving down to like certain places for a coffee or a walk. Or do I really need to just pop to IKEA? No, I'm going to go down there next week because I've got this and this and this. So now instead of making...
Yeah.
But that's me saving whatever, £2.
Yeah.
But then you're sitting at home and you go, ooh, an Alicia Keys picture. $15.95. Like, do you know how fucked up we are as human beings?
Yeah.
I'm not paying my gas and electric. Anyway, let's go for brunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're just stupid.
I know. It is.
I've cancelled my gym membership.
All right.
Yeah, because I thought, you know what? I've got weights at home. I'll just do weights and I'll do cardio at home.
There you go. Go
so
for a run on the
£50 a
street.
month saved.
50 quid for a gym membership?
Yeah, Bannatyne.
Fuck,
great gym though.
I
Great
know.
gym. Worth it. Free classes, swimming pool, jacuzzi. Free parking.
You're meant to be doing gym stuff. You know, it's got a jacuzzi.
It's got jacuzzi. No, but like,
have a bath.
Cancel my gym, and I've cut back on eating out.
Yeah, look,
that's my changes.
I've made no changes. If anything, I'm spending more just out of badness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As the world is going one way, you're like a rebel going the other.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What's your biggest expense apart from your house and your daily? What's your biggest expense apart from having to stay alive?
Well, I'll tell you one expense I have that's just silly. I have a subscription to tinned water. So I have
what?
Yeah. There's a company called Cano Water, and they make water in a tin like this.
Like a can.
A can. can of water, and I get 24 of them for 16 quid a month, and they send them to my door.
And is it still water?
It is still water. Water that is probably from the tap, Andrew.
I'm going to introduce you to tap water. Have you heard of tap water before?
Don't have any comfort.
Okay, so today was a big day for you in coffee.
Sure.
Now I'm going to introduce you. So in a kitchen, you see this thing in the middle of a kitchen, there's like a hot and cold either side.
I think I remember it.
You can drink the one on the cold. You can drink the one on the warm, right?
No.
And that'll save you 16 quid.
No, you're not. That's just for your dishes, is it not? They say you can't brush your teeth
You
without
so
anything.
live alone, don't you?
Oh yeah, totally.
Me and you are the same.
Oh yes, very much so.
My subscriptions are just Amazon.
I've got
YouTube.
that one. Got that
I just
one.
cancelled Netflix.
I love the YouTube subscription.
Do you know what?
YouTube Premium?
Brilliant
The
subscription.
best, especially if you travel loads, because you can download stuff. People don't realise.
Netflix, Netflix fuckers. Netflix, we're putting the price up. And I went, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not watching Netflix, right? They sent me an email like a needy fucking girlfriend. Do you want to come back? But just for $4.99.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, now your fucking tune has changed.
But did you come back?
No, I didn't go back.
Oh, right, good man. I would have went back.
I was like, fuck them.
If anything, I'd pay more for it. I said, do you want me to pay more for it? That's the way I work. I don't know what price anything is.
I think Netflix has gone up again, but I was like, I'm not paying it.
I pay it.
I pay Amazon Prime.
I pay that
YouTube,
one. Pay that one.
And I pay Amazon Prime, YouTube, and I pay something else as well.
I pay Disney Plus.
Why?
Because I like Disney. I pay Discovery Plus. I've all these fucking stupid things.
Watching stuff on like sharks and mountains and
I watch. There's
lakes.
a show called 90 Day Fiance that I watch, which is mate, a huge fan. And there's like 10 seasons.
Married
or
at
something.
First Sight is my Married at First Sight Australia.
I only watched. Apparently, the Australia one's way better.
It's literally right. What can we do to fuck these people's lives up?
Yeah, I've never watched it, and because I like you with sports, I don't have any more occupancy for TV shows in my life. I've reached my max, so I have what else have I got subscriptions to? God, I don't know. I'd have to check my bank. I mean, I pay my fucking car insurance and shit like that.
Don't mind that. Yeah. All that kind of
I fucking hate all the bullshitty stuff you have to pay. Hate your rates bill. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Your TV license. Fuck that. Do you pay a TV license?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to say yes for the camera, but we'll talk about it.
I pay a TV license. Yeah. I paid this. So who's ringing me?
The TV license man. He's like, we heard you talking about us. Is it something important? Is it okay?
Listen. The Cork on the North podcast will be ending soon. As I'm going to be going away for about 6 months. I'm just going on a holiday. I'm going to be working in a factory, and it's male only, and people will be allowed to visit me on a Sunday, and we all will be wearing the same uniform. And it's I'm going to be in a room for 23 hours a day, and I'm going to be allowed to exercise for it because it's very intense work.
Yeah, it's a medical trial. Remember people used to do medical trials? Did you ever? Did they have them down south?
A friend of mine that did it in England. He did it. He was getting paid to go in to take tablets, and basically it was like to see what the reaction was like. People used to do it when they were skint, and students used to do it a lot.
Yeah.
Now students are selling pictures of their feet. I mean, that's how they make money now.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Apparently, yeah. Who's buying those? I actually think it's the weirdest thing to buy a picture of someone's
There's like
food.
blokes that are sitting home going, yeah, I want to see your middle toe.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, I mean, I also...
There's a damage in the childhood there, I think.
I also feel like... I mean, you could say this for any body part, but especially feet. Like, you do know you can see people's feet for free somewhere.
Summertime. Go to a beach.
Yeah, exactly. Get that. That's the one thing. Like, you don't have to go to a nudist beach. You don't have to fucking just literally go to a beach or go to a spa and the fucking sleeved on it or something like that. And just there's people's feet everywhere, and you can have your
room
fill.
would you like? I want a room that overlooks the swimming pool, which the people that have the feet out.
But at eye level, you got a basement room with a window that I can just.
Yeah.
Creep out in.
Also, you know when people leave and they leave the slippers behind? Can I have the
Can I
slippers?
have the slippers?
I want the slippers. I want to collect slippers.
Have you got a basket of slippers that I could just
smell
roam
the
in?
dirty fucking slippers.
But no, I can't remember what we were on about.
I have no
beforehand.
fetishes, thank God. Fetishes.
I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I have anything out of the ordinary. Like,
what's the ordinary?
Depends on what a fetish is.
Yeah.
Anything could be a fetish.
I put ketchup in the fridge.
It's a bit of a fetish, yeah. To be fair, I don't, similar to coffee, I don't have ketchup. I'm not a ketchup or brown sauce guy.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I think you find life hard, do you?
Oh, I love life. I love life. I have subscriptions to things I don't even know I have, and I just don't eat any sort of sauces. I like curry sauce, gravy sauce, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not like into
Love mayo.
red or brown. I like a spicy mayo, but I don't like a regular mayo.
You're not a regular man, Aaron.
I'm not I'm some man.
Yeah, but ladies,
I'm a man.
I know, but listen, I always love having you coming in for the chats.
It's good crack. I think I'm Am I the most frequent guest so far? Who else have you had on more than 3 times?
Paddy.
Fucking Paddy.
Yeah.
But
I get you on because you're good fun, you know.
We have a good time.
That's just from a personal point of view. You know?
I appreciate
You know
that.
what I mean?
I have good fun. I feel like I can be myself on
You
here.
feel like good. Well, thank you very much for coming on again, Aaron.
Anytime.
And we
A
get you on the
pleasure.
live show later in the year. But ladies and gentlemen, Cork in the North, another episode. I hope you liked us talking. None of this is actually anything to do with facts.
Invest in Bitcoin.
That
Dump your bank in it right now. Stop this podcast and trust me. Just trust me on this.
is independent advice. You're not under any...
Andrew Ryan advised.
and you're not under any jurisdiction. Jurisdiction.
No,
Don't fucking listen to us.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cork in the North, thank you so much for clicking on and watching this episode. Please go onto my website for any future tour dates. Aaron, what are you doing? Any shows? What's coming up for you?
I'm doing a photo shoot next week to get promotion. No, why are you laughing at that? Is that
doing
funny?
any future shows? I'm doing a photo shoot.
I'm doing a photo shoot. If anyone wants to come to it, there's tickets available for my photo shoot live. It's an art piece. I'm doing. I have to get promo pictures taken, and then once I get those taken, I'll start putting shit together. Yeah.
Well, we put all your links to your socials anyway. But ladies and gentlemen, another episode of Cork. Thanks very much. Some cracking more guests coming up in the future. We've got rugby players, Irish rugby players.
Oh yeah, Tommy Bowe. No, I don't know. That's the only Irish rugby player I know.
No, none of that. So please do keep following, liking, and doing all the stuff that you do. I'm sure you know all this by now. Thank you very much, everyone. Cheers.
Up a ra.